On Wednesday, President Trump and members of his crisis response team were questioned 4 times during a press briefing on the White House's plans to combat the COVID-19 pandemic, which originated in China, about whether it is racist to call the disease the Chinese virus.
4 times.
ABC News's Cecilia Vega was the first to bring up the matter of problematic terminology.
Why do you keep calling this the Chinese virus? The White House correspondent asked. There are reports of dozens of incidents of bias against Chinese Americans in this country. Your own aide, Secretary Azar, says he does not use this term. He says ethnicity does not cause the virus. Why do you keep using this?
The president responded, because it comes from China.
People say it's racist, Vega continued.
Trump answered, it's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China. That's why.
And no concerns about Chinese Americans in this country? Asked Vega. She then turned her attention to members of the president's crisis response team and asked, and to the aides behind you, are you comfortable with this term?
The effort to drive a wedge between the chief executive and the Secretary of Health and Human Services failed, and you'd think that's the end of it. But no.
Later, a second journalist asked Trump about whether it is racist to call the deadly virus for its country of origin.
At least one White House official who used the term Kung Flu, referring to the fact that this virus started in China, PBS's Yamiche Alcindor said in reference to CBS News's Weijia Zhong'an, who alleges that a member of the Trump administration used that term in her presence.
Is that acceptable? Alcindor continued. Is it wrong? Are you worried that having this virus be talked about as a Chinese virus, that might help?
The president interjected at that point to ask for more details regarding Zhong'an's Kung Flu allegation.
Do you know who said that? He asked.
I'm not sure the person's name, said Alcindor, but would you condemn the fact?
Say the term again, the president asked.
Alcindor obliged, saying, Kung Flu.
Kung Flu? Trump asked.
Let's pause here to remember that Wednesday's White House press briefing was intended to provide members of the news media and the general public with information on what is being done at both the state and federal level to address the COVID-19 pandemic. The briefing was also supposed to serve as an opportunity for the public to learn more about which steps to take to reduce the risk of infection and death.
And here is the leader of the free world, up at the podium in the James S. Brady press briefing room, being asked to address allegations that an anonymous White House aide may or may not have used the term Kung Flu in the presence of a CBS News reporter.
Do you think that's wrong? Alcindor continued with her idiotic, self-serving line of questioning. Kung Flu. And do you think using the term Chinese virus, that puts Asian Americans at risk, that people might target them?
No, not at all, said Trump. I think they probably would agree with it 100%. It comes from China. There's nothing not to agree on.
America is in the grip of a viral pandemic that originated in China. The virus is in more than 120 countries and has killed more than 8,000 people precisely because of China's incompetence and malicious arrogance. And 2 White House correspondents used their access to the leader of the free world Wednesday to waste his and everyone else's time with inane, vapid, useless questions based on Chinese communist propaganda.
Way to go.